Inquirer.net, 10th of August 2022, North Korea, which China helped establish, affirms its commitment to supporting its position on Taiwan and criticizes Pelosi's visit. China was the only country that gave birth to North Korea and forced it to exist as a buffer state between it and South Korea. North Korea's governing party denounced the U.S. House Speaker's recent trip to Taiwan as a grave threat to regional peace and stability. The country's government vowed to support China's resolution on the Taiwan issue wholeheartedly and without reservation. According to a report published in Korean on Wednesday by the state-run Korean Central News Agency, the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea delivered a solidarity letter on the Taiwan issue to the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China on Tuesday. The letter was ostentatiously delivered on the same day that Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi and South Korean Foreign Minister Park Jin met in China's eastern port city of Qingdao to address various international and regional concerns. Speaking of U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's two-day stop in Taipei on August 2 and 3 as part of her Asia tour, the letter from North Korea's party labeled an openly committed junket to Taiwan by an incumbent high-ranking U.S. official as a grave infringement of China's sovereignty and territorial integrity, according to KCNA. Additionally, the letter criticized Pelosi's visit to Taipei as an unpardonable political provocation intended to undermine the credibility of the Chinese Communist Party and obstruct the smooth conduct of the 20th Party Congress. According to KCNA's Korean-language report, the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea sternly condemned the U.S. unscrupulous provocation as a serious challenge to the socialist cause of China, ruthless interference in a sovereign state's internal affairs, and a serious threat to regional peace and stability. According to the letter from North Korea's ruling party, the Biden administration's Indo-Pacific engagement plan aims to prevent the rise and development of socialist China and its cause of national reunification with Taiwan. The party continued by asserting that the U.S. has become a source of turmoil and has deceived the international public opinion to carry out its geopolitical aims under the premise of governing with alien ideals of democracy, free speech, and individual rights. The action is the U.S. deeply ingrained modus operandi to accomplish its policies, referring to the circumstance. The U.S. has allegedly used old techniques most intensively and despicably to isolate and suffocate the socialism of the DPRK and Communist China, according to North Korea. In light of this, the governing party of North Korea vowed in the letter to support China's President Xi Jinping in his efforts to protest the U.S. and bring about Taiwan's reunification. To resolutely resist U.S. tyranny, protect the country's territorial integrity, and advance the cause of the reunification of the Chinese nation, the North Korean party declared its full support and solidarity with every powerful, justifiable, legitimate measure taken by the Chinese Communist Party and the Chinese government. According to the KCNA, the letter stated that the Workers' Party of Korea's Central Committee would continue to fully support the Chinese Communist Party's legitimate position and all its determinations on the Taiwan issue, and that it would always stand with Chinese comrades on the path to realization. The party in North Korea also expressed optimism that China will host the 20th Party Congress successfully, noting that it will mark a significant turning point in the new historical route to the great rebirth of the Chinese people. At the forthcoming Congress, which is scheduled to begin this fall, the Chinese leader is predicted to achieve an abnormal third term as party chairman. Notably, KCNA's report on the letter was released after two statements from North Korea's foreign ministry that sharply criticized the congressional delegation led by Nancy Pelosi's travel to Taiwan. Immediately after Pelosi visited Taipei on August 3, the Foreign Ministry's spokeswoman issued a statement calling it intentional political and military provocations. China artificially established North Korea, suppressing freedom of speech, human rights, and democracy.